Thanks for tuning in to Westcoast SCI Physiotherapy. Today we'll be addressing common symptoms that people get when they spend too much time sitting. Neck and back strain can happen to anybody who spends a lot of time commuting to and from work, office workers, students, and really just anybody that's very sedentary. Let's get started. So low back pain and neck pain typically come from slouching. So what happens to a lot of people at work or when they're sitting is they tend to slouch. So they'll kind of arch their back, kind of stick their head forward, roll their shoulders forward. So really one of the easy fixes, very simple, would be just to sit up tall. When you're sitting up tall, I like to think about if you had a string at the top of your hair and somebody's pulling you up by your hair, what would that look like? A few other little pointers would be just kind of alignment of your body. So first thing, you're just kind of thinking ear over shoulder. So if you're out here, my ear is definitely not over my shoulders. Back here, my ears are. In terms of shoulders in relation to your body, are my shoulders in front of my body or are they in line with my body? But we'll start with your neck. And again, it's kind of how can I get my ears aligned over my shoulder? What I again like to think about, if I had a grapefruit or a small ball under my chin, I just kind of want to place the ball and hold the ball between my chin and my chest. And by doing so, it just keeps your neck in a good neutral position. So you're not too far forward, but at the same time, you don't want to be making like triple chins. Next, we'll address your shoulders. And with our shoulders, we want to make sure that, again, we're engaging our shoulders and not just kind of letting yourself slouch forward. So what I just like to think about with my hands, I'll kind of draw my shoulders back. And while I'm also drawing back, I'm going to kind of pull my hands towards the floor. So when I do that, I should just feel a little bit of engagement of the muscles in the back of my shoulder blades. Next, we'll adjust the stomach. I just kind of like to think of, you just want to create a bit of tension in your belly. There's one way of doing it is just to kind of think about blowing out birthday candles. So blowing out forcefully through birthday candles, you should just feel a little firmness happening in your stomach. And what you're trying to do is basically just replicate that without having to blow out birthday candles. Last one's the pelvis and your pelvic position. So again, a lot of people spend a lot of the time sitting, with their pelvic kind of rolled out. So it just creates this kind of poor arch in my lower back. The reverse is also true. You don't want to overarch too, so you're kind of sticking your chest out and like pulling your belly back. You got to find that kind of neutral position. So when you're sitting, there's these little bones in our pelvis, sit bones for lack of a better description. You should feel yourself sitting on those little bones. That way, it'll just help align your pelvis. So sometimes you need to rock one way, rock the other way, and kind of find where you feel you're sitting on those little bones. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions or have ideas for future content, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and see you next time.